Good morning and welcome to Master Trader, where you can learn to use simple market and stock analysis to make money investing and trading. I'm Greg Capra. Today I'm going to review the broader markets and I'm going to show you a concept involving multiple time frames and how to put them together for a bottoming stock. So let's get started here. You know, the markets have been going up all year. They've been going up for a while now, and they've been quiet for the last week, and probably not much is going to happen here today. They are up a bit. NASDAQ futures are up about 16. Dow futures are up 77. S&P futures are up 8.75. So the markets are going to gap up here this morning a bit, and odds are they'll move up a little higher. And then things will get quiet in front of the New Year holiday. And we'll just see where the markets are going to go into next year, and we'll update as that goes on, and as we always do. Anyway, so let's just take a look at this stock here that caught my eye last night. It's Charter Communications. And what I want you to take away from this is that regardless of the name here, what I'm going to show you is much more important and potentially to make you money in 2018 by being able to recognize what's happening here in this stock, because what happens in one stock can happen in another and can happen in a market as well. And it really doesn't matter if you trade currencies or a commodity, they all do the same thing. So what we have here is a stock that has been going down, right, making lower highs and lower lows, and it's broken down here below this little area of support. Now, it gapped down here, and this is what potentially could be setting up as an exhaustion gap since it's been going down for a while here. Notice the volume down here as it moved down, and then it rallied from there. What does that tell us? It tells us that there are big buyers down here, institutions that were picking up this stock. So institutions picking up stock or buying stock, they do that every day. Is it meaningful? For example, somebody's been buying General Electric all year, but it just keeps going down. So there has to be more to it than just big volume and institutions accumulating a stock. So it rallied from there, and it came up to resistance, and it went right back down again. So sellers came in up in this area here where there's this congestion, and it went right back down. So those big buyers, what are they doing? Well, did they unload up here, or are they hanging out waiting to accumulate more? So as it came down close to the same area, buyers showed up again, but not as much volume this time. And then it came down again, and notice how it broke the low and then immediately reversed back again after coming down to the same area. Note the wide range bar, and now it's going sideways at resistance. That's bullish price action, and it's consolidating at the top of the wide range bar. That's a key concept, Master Trader key concept. Consolidating at the top of a wide range bar at resistance is bullish, and it tells us that buyers continue to step up. All right, so now let's go back and see where this is at from a longer term perspective. Before I go there, note the moving averages. These are the moving averages that I use. They're simple, not exponential. They're not weighted. They're not triangular. They're simple. 20 MA, a 50 MA, and a 200 MA. Why? Because they're just the most widely followed moving averages, especially the 50 and the 200 by institutions. So now let's go out to the monthly time frame. And what do we see? A stock that's in an uptrend and pulling back to an area of support, and a rising 20-period moving average, which is just a visual aid that tells us that the trend is up in this time frame here. And this is where buyers are stepping up within an uptrend, which now, for me anyway, makes sense, right? That this is where buyers will normally step up within an uptrend as it pulls back into an area where there's some support and a rising 20-period moving average. And now we've got multiple red bars followed by a green. So the stabilization is beginning to take place, We're starting to get a reversal on the monthly time frame, and with this pattern, what we look for as master traders is confirmation by prices trading above the high of this bar, which in all likelihood will happen next month. And then there's the potential for this stock to then move up to new all-time highs again. So we'll go back to the daily time frame and review that bottoming pattern, and we're waiting to see if this can get through this area. And even if it just gets through here, that might be enough for the start. But what we're looking at today, since the price of this stock is still bottoming, is the potential. Right? We're going to review this, right, with our subscribers, right, if it makes sense from an options trading point of view. So here's the point here. We really don't want to buy this stock yet. While what I've explained to you suggests that it's going to go up, right, it may spend its time doing nothing here, especially in front of the new year. So what are we going to do? We're going to look to see if it makes sense to sell a credit spread and get paid to wait and see what this does. Meaning, as long as it doesn't come back down here, we're going to get paid. And we're looking at options that are going to expire in less than a month, possibly less than 3 weeks. And as long as charter communication stays in this area, not even in this area, as long as it doesn't go down here, it can come down here, we're going to get paid. And that's the beauty of knowing how to use credit spreads as a way of generating income. Right? So there's my little offer of knowledge to you on how to use options intelligently, how to use multiple time frames intelligently, and how to put that together to generate income as well as wealth, but with the appropriate timing of multiple time frames, candlestick patterns, how to use moving averages. And this is what we teach investors and traders. Right? We teach investors, we teach day traders and swing traders, and so on. So visit Master Trader. Consider taking one of our courses, at least our weekly lessons, where you can get a lesson every single week into your inbox and learn over time. Everyone have a great holiday, New Year. All the best from Dan and I, and we'll talk in 2018.